Saturday the 19th of December. Counting down to Christmas. We're almost there. Let's drink a beer. Right, so we have a little Salikatt can here. It's a dark one. So the last dark beer I had from Salikatt was Teokar's Jul. And it's a fun beer. But the problem it's had is that it's a little bit variable. I tasted one while I was at Salikatt, and that had a lot of sort of notes that almost reminded of a quad. And then I tasted another one again last Saturday, and it was just a chocolate explosion, like drinking cacao nibs. It was just nuts how much chocolate there was. And that one was just like out of the park good. But then I've heard some other people complaining that it hasn't been good at all. So not 100% sure what's going on there. But when that beer is good, oh. So let's dig into this one and see how it is. Okay. Okay. No full certainty here, but I feel like I'm getting some nut essences. Like almost a pecan essence thing. I feel like there are essences in this, so I feel like this is probably some kind of Christmas pastry stout or something like that. I get the propylene glycol kind of notes, and that's just indescribable. It's like a sickly sweet fake thing. If you've tasted a lot of pastry stouts, you start to notice that common note. And then the thing which tipped it over the edge for me was that I tried to make my own. And to do that, I bought a bunch of essences. So I have this little can that's like filled up with a bunch of different essences, like for nuts and brownies and whatever, cookie dough. And you take the lid off that can, and it just there's like one overwhelming smell, and that smell, it's propylene glycol. If you look it up, apparently propylene glycol is supposed to be smell-less and odorless and tasteless. Yeah, I don't know. It's also the thing that they use to chill the beer. Like in the jackets that sit around the fermentation tanks, they pump propylene glycol in there. The more you learn. It's in the beer and it's outside the beer. I'm reasonably sure that's what I'm getting. So I'm thinking essences. A little bit of sort of milk chocolate, almost like a chocolate drink. Yeah, hey, actually, yeah. The like the powdered hot chocolate that you can that you add water to and you get hot chocolate. Yeah. Plus like a little sweet thing on top of that. Maybe a bit of licorice in the back as well. But it's got that fake sweetness thing. But which essences? I'm going to go with my first instinct. It's almost impossible for me to tell, but I'm going to go with pecan and maybe something else. It's a bit of a non-traditional thing for Norway though, pecan, man. Yeah, maybe not. Some kind of nut. It's certainly not almond essence. That has a specific and awful flavor. There are people out there that like almond essence. You're wrong. It tastes fucking awful. It destroys a whole bunch of marzipan for me. I can really like marzipan when it doesn't have almond essence in it. But when it actually tastes like almonds, it's amazing. But when it tastes like almond essence instead of almonds, it tastes shit. It tastes like almond essence. I can't do it. I get it. There's people out there that like it, but oh man, I find that taste absolutely repulsive. I just cannot. I cannot. I guess it could be like a chocolate essence, but then why would you add chocolate as an essence and not just add chocolate? Oh, dude. I really don't know. It could be vanilla essence that maybe was added as a lighter note, but ended up overwhelming with its essenciness. No. Going with my original instinct and saying pecan. That's or pecan if you're American. I don't know. I think I just need to... Actually, maybe I should try drinking it. Why do I keep forgetting to do that? Okay. Yeah, interesting. I reckon it's got lactose in it. It has a little bit of the licoricey thing, which I get from... I don't know. For some reason I assign that to oxidation, but this is Salikatt we're talking about, so it's definitely not oxidation. Maybe it's just like a harsh roasty thing. It's got a reasonably big body, but I think it's being pushed up with lactose. And yeah, there's a little bit of like acidity in the back there. I'm really wondering what's been added to this. Let's find out. All right, you get to see it first. What's this? Chocolate Milk Stout. So I was right on chocolate. It has... Yeah, look. Yeah, so it says a chocolate milk stout, right? I touched on that, chocolate milk. It has lactose, so right, and extract of hazelnuts. Now, honestly, hazelnut smells like Nutella to me when you use a lot of it. And I think what's happened here is that all of the nut essences just end up sort of tasting really similar. Pecan is the one that I've used before, so I reckon that's where my association came in. But I think from that essence, to me at least, to my palate, and as someone who has become kind of sick of propylene glycol, it smells mostly of propylene glycol, like that note that I'm getting from that thing, instead of the hazelnut. Now, some people will read hazelnut on the label and they'll say it smells like hazelnut to me. The vanilla and coffee, which are in it, not so much. I did name vanilla, but I was just stabbing in the dark at that one. They didn't get the coffee at all. Oh, you know what? That's their bitterness. That's their bitterness at the end there. Yeah, cool. Well, I think you get all the notes, but I reckon it would have benefited from actual hazelnuts. I know it's a nightmare to brew with. You lose all your head retention, and there's like fat, and you have to process the hazelnuts. It's just, the whole thing is a giant nightmare. But then it actually tastes like hazelnuts, and that's a positive thing. For me, I like, this is a beer that I have trouble with because there's just too much PG in there for me. Yeah. Maybe you're not as jaded as I am. I have been through the whole thing. I mean, I started off fucking loving Omnipollo, apparently. Yeah. I started off loving their beers, all their Noah Pecan Mudcake stuff. Be tasting them at all of the beer festivals, and then like it got old. It got old after a while, and then like actually smelling PG for myself was like, oh. And then since then, I think maybe I've bought a single can of Amundsen since that, because since that it's just been like, especially the Amundsen dessert Maccan ones, it's just like they smell more PG than beer to me, and just can't do that artificial like sickening sweetness thing. Silesium are good at it because they have sourced non-PG based essences. They've sourced ethanol based essences which don't have that artificial sweetness taste to them. So I feel like they have sort of mastered a little bit better the art of the crazy ridiculous pastry stout. I can actually drink theirs, whereas Amundsen I just like the double donut dip or whatever, the double iced whatever. I don't know. I just couldn't. I could barely finish. We shared that between 8 people, and I couldn't finish my glass. It's a tiny little festival taster. I couldn't finish it. It was too much sweetness, too much PG. All right, I've gone into a bit of a grumpy old man rant now. I hope you're enjoying it, at least. I want to try this, but I want to try it with real hazelnuts. And Bjarte, if you need help deshelling and processing the hazelnuts, I'll take a trip down and help you with it. I promise. All right, that'll do it for today. That ended up quite ranty. Sorry about that. Don't mean to preach. If you like it, totally legit. Enjoy the damn thing. It's good. All right. Have a good one, and I'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully not as hungover as last week.